Tonight we share the life and legacy of a man who embodied the spirit of hockey in the Copper Country. Jim Crawford was killed in a house fire just days before Christmas, and one of the people who knew Jim best shared why his impact spans decades and will continue to do so for years to come.
Jim, first and foremost, taught you the value of hard work.
Jim Crawford's life revolved around the sport of hockey. His playing journey brought him to the Upper Peninsula, specifically to Calumet, a town with an unrivaled hockey history.
He came here from Canada and, to play for the Chiefs, and, obviously was a successful hockey player there. That short-lived time there in the 70s with the Chiefs.
Dan Giacchino is the head coach for the Copper Kings, and he knew Crawford his whole life.
Jim, from the time I can always remember, was a very hockey-centric person. He loved hockey. He loved being around hockey, whether it be high school hockey, professional hockey, college hockey. He would consume hockey every single day if he possibly could.
After a successful playing career, it was only natural that Crawford transitioned to teaching the game he dedicated his life to. Crawford spent 31 years as the head coach of the Calumet hockey program, where he cemented himself as one of the game's most ardent supporters and one of the game's premier coaches.
My older brothers played for him, and I got the opportunity in high school to play for him as well. And then, as I began my coaching career, got to be able to coach with him as well. So that was a pretty neat transition of things for me. Every kid that came through the program, you didn't play if you didn't work. And he took the talent that was here, and he got that talent to work hard and work cohesively, and turned the program into a program that was respected throughout the state, and obviously had a ton of success with it.
Crawford made sure no opponent would outwork the Copper Kings, and for over 3 decades, rarely did a team do so. During Crawford's tenure, which spanned the mid-'80s through the early 2000s, he compiled an overall record of 533, 270, and 20, placing him third all-time for wins in MHSAA history. The Copper Kings won 6 state championships during that span. No other coach in MHSAA history has won more titles in any sport.
It took a few years, and that success started happening into the late 80s, and you could see there was a build up there for a few years of improvement through the program. And that first group that came through with the early 90s, I was fortunate to see a lot of it. One of my older brothers played on the 92 state championship team, so I kind of saw that evolution of how our program transitioned to being a good program into being a really high-end program.
Crawford was inducted into the Lindsay Hall of Fame in 2011, the UP Sports Hall of Fame in 2017, and the Calumet High School Hall of Fame in 2019. The Calumet Coliseum, the oldest hockey venue in North America, is a monument to the game of hockey. The walls tell of a rich history of the game and its importance to Calumet. Ancient photographs, antique equipment, teams of this year's past, all share the walls with the greatest coach to ever take the ice in this shrine to the Copper Country's game.
Throughout the building, right, there's pictures. He was a fixture here for 31 years, and when you're here, when you're there somewhere that long and have that much success, it's it's hard not to have that presence within a building like this.
It's also where you can find the current Copper Kings leaning on the same core value of hard work that the program's foundation was built on.
We may do things slightly different than what was done in the 90s and early 2000s, and some of that's just a progression of the game, and some of that's just different coaching styles. But the one, at least in my opinion, the one hallmark that we've had as a program is our kids are going to work hard from the time we start hockey in November till the time our season ends, and they're going to put in the work to be successful. And without that bedrock of our program, the success would not be there without having that work ethic.
This year's team wearing decals with the initials JC to honor their late head coach.
Actually, it was an idea from our partners there in Hancock. We had the Copper Island Classic Games, which actually got rescheduled on us here and got put before Christmas. And with him passing away right before that, they had contacted me and asked if they thought if they would get some stickers, if that would be appropriate. And I said that's a great idea for us to commemorate him for the season, and to kind of dedicate our season to him and the history that he brought to the program.